Thank you so much for joining today. And yes, let's just go ahead and start this webinar. First of all, welcome all to today's webinar in which we are going to provide you some additional tips on collaboration control when it comes to Zoho Writer. So we have noticed that many of our users regularly share and collaborate on documents, but there are some valuable features that can significantly enhance the effectiveness of your collaboration. So let's explore these features today along with a live demo on how these features work and where exactly you have to get into it so that you can access these features and make use of it. So this is going to be the agenda for today. So we'll be checking out how well you can share your documents easily, not only easily, but in a secure way. And also, you can discover alternative methods for collaborating with the content control, which can be tailored to specific users with which whom you share the file. So in this section, the first section would be sharing, where we'll be letting you know the ways with which you can share your documents securely. So consider this scenario that you're part of an HR team responsible for a critical organization file or an announcement that must reach all your company employees. In such cases, you can easily generate an internal link allowing exclusive access for individuals within your organization. Let me just quickly jump into the document and show you how you can make use of this sharing settings. So all you have to do is that you just have to click on the share button once you have done with the creation of the document. You can just click on the share button, and in this, you can go to change visibility. And under that, you can select anyone within your team. So when you click on this link, link will be generated, and you can just copy paste this link across your team so that, or make it as an announcement in your internal website so that anyone with this link will have access to the file. Not only just sharing files within your organization, within the Writer platform, you can also share documents with anyone on the internet. However, when it comes to certain confidential informations like PII data or contract details, you may have concerns about security. Not to worry, as our external share link feature, you can assign a password to the document, and this password can then be shared with the intended recipient, ensuring an added layer of security when sharing sensitive data. So you can just go to the writer document and click on share button. Once you click on the share button, you will have an option called new external share link. So you can click on it and add a reference name for the link that you need to generate. And you can set a password, and you can also set an expiration for this particular link. And not only that, you can also request the user's data like name, phone, or email who's going to access the link. So only once they enter the password and the information, they'll be able to get into the document. And not only that, in this, you will also have an option to prevent download and print so that the documents that you share is more secured and it cannot be downloaded by the users who is accessing the document. So there are also built-in extensions in Zoho Writer, which will allow you to publish the created document across various platforms like WordPress, Blogger, Zoho sites. And not only that, you can also create a knowledge-based document, and that can be directly added to Zoho Desk. Apart from this, we also have extensions like ChatGPT, which will allow you to generate contents, and you'll also have the ability to send documents across for signature across various platforms. There are various digital services available. You can make use of that, like Zoho Sign or DocuSign, to send a document for signature. So you just have to go to the left hamburger icon. And under that, you can go to the extensions tab to view the list of extensions that is available. And not only that, you can also add more from, find more from the marketplace, and you can install that and make use of those features. And the next section would be collaboration control. Here in this section, we will check out how we can collaborate easily by adding some content controls like locking the data and preventing downloads, and also commenting using the comment feature by restricting it for some users, and now it will be only visible for some. So these options will be checked under this feature. So the first being a unique feature in Writer that will allow you to add comments on a document and make it visible only for certain collaborators inside the document. So let us say a legal team is working on a contract and negotiating with their contractors. So they can make use of this option to comment on the document, which will be only visible for their internal users or not to the external users. So let me just quickly jump into the document and let you know how this feature works. So you can just go to the comment section under review tab. And in this, you can make use of the comment. And not only that, uh, yeah. So in this, you'll have an option to choose if you just want this comment to be viewed only by you, or you can also customize if you just want certain users to view the comment, and if you just want certain users to check out a certain group email. So you can just make use of those and add the comments into it. And when it comes to publishing or sharing content, you might be seeking a way to prevent data from being downloaded, as it might contain some confidential information or any other criterias. So in this case, you can prevent downloading or printing of a document using this option available during publishing. So within Writer's UI, we have an option to publish the document across internet. And while publishing, you have the option to restrict downloads. So all you have to do is that go to the distribute option, distribute panel, and click on publish. And under that, you can select public on the web and select publish. So once it is done, you can get into the advanced settings and make use of these restrictions available, and then save these settings. So for example, if I do not want a user to access the document and download it, I can uncheck the download box and click on save. So now when the user is accessing this public link, they'll not be able to download the content that is added. So these are the options with which you can prevent downloading. And within Zoho Writer, you also possess the ability to tailor your notification preferences. So whether you desire to receive notification for any alteration that is made, or only for the comment activities. So let's say you have completed a document and you have shared it across within your organization. And you need not want to be informed regarding each and every change that is being made. Let's say you just want the comments to be notified. So if some user adds a comment, you just need a notification only for that. So in that case, you can customize this notification settings in these format. And not only that, if you do not wish any notification, you just want a notification free experience, then you can also disable the entire notification for this particular document. So you can just get into the review tab and you can find this option called email notification settings. So when you once you click on it, you will have various options to customize the notification for this document. And not only that, you can set the settings as a default so that all the new documents that is being created from now on will follow the same notification settings that you have added. So there is also another option for you to lock content and share data. So when a document is being shared with the users where they might be required to edit certain data, but not the entire data. In this case, you can lock certain contents of the document so that they'll not be able to edit the locked content. So when the user is accessing the document that contains the entire data, they will have access only to edit certain contents and not the rest of the contents that is being locked. So let me just quickly jump into the document and show you how it works. So when you click on the hamburger icon, you can just go to the Tools tab, and you can select the content that needs to be locked. And once the content is selected, you will have the lock icon enabled. So you can select the lock option. And not only this, you also have advanced options where once the locked content is selected, you'll be able to allow editing for certain users. So based on your company's hierarchy, let's just say only you require a manager to be editing the document and not to the other technicians who's involved in the creation of the document. So you can just allow editing only for your manager by adding the username or their email address into this section. And not only locking, we also have options for you to mask sensitive data. So if some contents like PII data, which is not to be seen by others, then you can simply mask those contents of the document and then go ahead and share it with your internal or external users so that the masked contents will be shown as an asterisk character for those users who's accessing the data. So this will protect your data in an effective manner. So all you have to do is that you just have to click on mask content. So you'll have a text box enabled. So the contents that you type inside this text box will not be shown to others. This can be visible only to you. So this way you can protect your data, protect sensitive data when you go ahead and share data with other users. So the next section would be co-authoring, where we will be discussing about some unique features which will allow you to control the added data during collaboration. So let us consider a scenario where a marketing team is working on a post that's going to be posted externally, and there might be some multiple users working on a same document. And in this case, if you do not want any interference, what you can do is that you can simply turn off collaboration so that users who has got edit permission in this document will not be able to edit temporarily. So only when you enable the collaboration again, they'll be able to edit it. So let me just quickly show you how you can perform this action. So you can just go to the review tab, and under review, you will have a button called collaboration. So once you turn off this, as the notification says, no other collaborator can edit the document. So even though they have edit permission, you can temporarily disable them so that you can go on with your works. And once you're done with your works, you can go ahead and enable it so that they'll be able to edit the rest of the contents without any interference. Also, like the previous feature about like how you can turn off the collaboration. So if you do not want your collaborators to edit a document which is finalized, so let's just take the same example where the marketing team is working, and once the final document is being completed, you do not want any further changes that needs to be carried over in this document. So what you can do is that you can just mark the document as final so that no other users will be able to edit it unless you enable the editing feature. So what you can, let me just show you how it works. So under distribute section, under the distribute tab, you have a button called mark as final. So once you mark it as final, this document will be considered as the final document and no other collaborators will be able to edit it. So let's say there are some new updates that's being made, and you just wanted to update your content that was added previously. You can just go and enable editing so that the document will be editable for other users and for you as well. And when it comes to whenever you are away from your machine or when you're out of work, imagine the scenario like let's say you're on a vacation, but there is an essential review process required in order to get a seamless operation for your organization. We have got our mobile application available for both Android as well as for iOS, which will allow you to edit and review the comments made by your employees. This way, even when you're out of office, you can still stay connected and keep work flowing smoothly. So you can download the application and just have a hands-on experience so that you'll get to know how well this feature can be utilized. And not only that, we also have a chat option within our document UI, which will allow you to easily communicate with your collaborators. So when multiple users are working on a document, maybe they are working remotely. In this case, it is a must that there is a sync with the contents that is being added in the document. So you can make use of the chat option and keep your collaborators well informed regarding the updates. So let me just show you how it exactly works in the live. So as you can see in here, there is an option for quick chat. So once I click on it, I can just chat with my collaborator. For example, here I've got Vignesh, who's also a collaborator in this particular document, and yeah, he's just asked me to finish my edits and then continue. So yes. So I can just keep him updated regarding my contents that is getting added into the document. And apart from this, we have got a collaborative review. So the next section where we will check out the various features which will allow you to review the content that is being added and also keep a track of the activities done by collaborators. So the first one being, let's just consider the scenario where you're sharing a document and you would want to know if the collaborator has opened it yet or they are yet to they have viewed the document already. So yes, we understand that you might be wondering these, you might be having these questions. So well in Writer, you can keep a track of it. So if you would like to know if a user has viewed the document or not, then you can simply click the arrow mark, which is available near the share button, and that will list you all the collaborators of the document. And not only that, it will also let you know if they are currently viewing the document or if they have already viewed the document. So those informations can also be checked. So let me just quickly jump over to the document and show you how this feature works live. So once I click on the arrow mark near the share button, I can see whether Vignesh is viewing the document right now or if he is yet to view the document. And also I have options to notify him. I can send him an email notification and also view the live cursors about his exact location. So in this document where exactly he's writing his contents can also be viewed. And you can also make use of track changes feature, which will allow multiple users to collaborate on a document while keeping a track of what are the changes that is being made. Let us say a sales firm is working on a complex proposal for a potential client. The proposal may outline the firm's services, pricing, project timeline, etc. And multiple team members might be working on the same document involved in the creation of this proposal. So in this scenario, the firm can make use of Zoho Writer's track changes feature so that each and every change that is being made in the document will be highlighted, and the owner of the document can just go ahead and accept or reject the change based on their preference. So in this document, as you can see, I'll just go ahead and share this document with Vignesh so that you will get a live experience. So now I have shared this document to Vignesh by providing him an edit access. And now I'll just go to the um, review tab and enable track changes. So now let me just ask Vicky to add some contents at the end of the document. And here, as you can see, the changes made by Vignesh will also be live and I can check it out real time. So yes, now the document owner can go ahead and review the contents added by Vignesh. And if required, I can go ahead and accept these changes. And not only that, in the changes section, each and every individual changes will be recorded and you can go ahead and accept it or reject it. So when it comes to the next topic, you can go ahead and select those changes individually and check it out where exactly the content is being added. So as you can see in the screenshot, there are two changes added once I have enabled track changes. So here, I can go ahead and click on the change that is being added, and then I'll be able to accept it or reject those changes. So as you can see here, these are the changes made it, and there is another changes made in the document by Ethan Davis. So I can choose to accept it or reject it, anything based on my preference. So I'll just go ahead and accept these changes so that it'll be the highlighted change will be removed. And not only that, I'll also have an option to accept all the changes made in the document or entirely reject it just by a single click. So under the track changes feature, and when I click on the three dots option, I can go ahead and choose if I would like to accept all the changes or reject all the changes without going and clicking on each member and accepting the changes. You can just make it entirely with a single click. And also, when it comes to multiple collaborators and there are multiple changes made, each user can select a color of the highlight that needs to be done individually. So here under track changes, you have an option to pick a color that is required. For example, I'll just go ahead and click on blue because that's my favorite. So in this, whenever I add some contents, my color will be blue. The highlighted color will be blue. And similarly, let's say Vignesh is going to add some content in the document. Yeah. So here in the changes section, you can see that um, Vignesh has added a color. I mean, changed his color and then added content. So this can be selected for each and every individual user who is a collaborator in the document, so that you can easily differentiate between the changes that is being added. And not only that, you can also track the time spent by each users within a document. So once the document is shared with your collaborator, you can easily check out the duration that they have spent in viewing the contents of the document, along with the time spent in reading each pages. So as you can see in the screenshot, we have got a pretty interesting feature called engagement insights. So each and every user who is spent time or if they have yet to open the document, so those information will be displayed. And when you get into a particular user, you can easily check out the number of pages read by them and the number of minutes spent in reading each pages. So these information can also be checked. So let me just show you where exactly this feature lies. So under the share tab, when you click on the arrow mark, you can find out engagement insights. And not only over here, you can also go to the tools section where you can select engagement insights and you can check out the engagement of each collaborator available in the document. So let me just take Vignesh for an example. So he has read three pages of this document and spent around 13 minutes in reading the entire document. And when I go by page inside, I'll get the time he has spent in each and every individual page. So this feature will actually provide you a clear insight on the contents by providing you information on how engaging it is, so that it will improve your writing in a better way, and you can create more engaging contents. So Writer also supports offline feature where you can mark the documents as offline, so that it'll be easy for you to access and as well as edit and review comments as well when you're not connected to the form, or even a particular document can be opened. And under the Writer tab, you have options to download the document as offline. So once you enable this feature, you can go ahead and download certain documents for offline reviews. So whenever you're not connected to the internet, you can just review and edit the contents, so that once you're connected to the internet, the changes that you make will be synced. And this can be used when you're in a travel, or if you're working remotely. And Writer also provides you with the ability to download the document in a various formats. So you can use docx or PDF and then download the contents. Not just that, you can also download the document along with the comments that is being added. So that let's say you're in a hurry and you just want to um, download the document on a different format and view it in your convenient platform. So you can just click on down file and select download option. So in this, you can select any one of the format. So I'll just go ahead with docx. And in this, I can choose to include the comments that is available, so that I can review those comments later. And based on that, I can go ahead and change my document content. So the next feature that we are going to discuss is collaborative filling. So in this section, we will check out the ways with which you can collaborate using fillable fields. So first, you can share a document with the user by adding fillable fields into it, so that the user can only interact with the fillable fields and not with the other contents that is available. So once the data in the fillable field is added, you can choose to accept or reject the added content using the track changes. So let me get into the document and show you how it works on live, so that you get a clear idea about it. So now I'll just go ahead and share this particular document along with the fillable field to Vignesh. And I just do not want him to edit the contents of the document, but only edit the fields that I have added. So once I go ahead and share it with them, and I'll just add a field in the end of the document. I'm just going to use a fillable field. Let's just say a single field, and I'll accept my changes as well. So now Vignesh can get into the document, and in the end of the document, he will find this fillable field available, and he can add content in this particular field. Yes, he has added in the in this field where I can go ahead and accept the changes that he has added. So he has added various, he has changed the data various times. So I can select any one of which I require, and then go ahead and accept those changes, so that it will reflect in the document immediately. And you can also send a fillable document in order to collect the data from user and then send the document for approval. So let us say if you're getting a sales order and you have to get or collect information from your customer, and you can just send the document and the customer can add their data into the document, and once the data is added, it can be sent to your manager or to your customer team in order to review those contents and then approve those data as well. So here, so let's just get into a fillable template. And then as you can see in this option, under automate tab, you'll have an option to enter the email address of the user whom you require to be a um, approver, so that when the document is shared with your customer and when they submit the data, those submitted documents will be sent to the approvers and they can go ahead and approve the data. So yes, we have come to the end section of today's webinar, and I'll just let you know what are the features that we have planned in our future. We have got some pretty exciting features available. So the first is that so now we have a feature where if you're sharing an external, if you're sharing a document with an external user by enabling track changes, so they'll be asked to enter their name or phone number, and it is not a specific field. It's that they can enter any name that is required for them. So the changes that they make in the document will be displaying only those information that is being added. Whereas in our upcoming update, you can just share a document with external users by and they will get an email when they click on the document. They will be asked to enter a one-time password that will be sent to their email, and it will be authenticated. And once it is done, they can get into the document and make changes. So when they edit the contents of the document, those changes will be having the information about the user, their email address, so that you can get you can easily keep a track of those changes made by multiple collaborators who is an external user. And currently, we have options for you to send send a document, send a fillable document to approve or review. Whereas currently, we are planning to provide a feature where you can assign a workflow once the data is being submitted. So you can send it for review or approve. So we already have a workflow feature for documents. So currently we are planning it to be extending it for fillable document as well. So that whenever the document is submitted, it will automatically trigger a workflow based on the setup that you have configured in the template. And not only that, we also plan to provide um, workflows for merge templates. So as you can see in the left panel, we have an option called merge as new document and assign a workflow. So once the document is merged along with the merged data, a merged document can be sent for reviews or approvals. So currently we do not have this feature, so we have planned that to provide it. So this feature now is available for templates and documents. For merge templates, you can uh, send it for approval or reviews. Whereas when it comes to a merged document, so this merged document will contain the customer or your client's information as well. So once the document is merged, the merged document can be sent for um, reviews or approvals. So that's the upcoming features that we have planned. And we have come to the end of this webinar.